Hi, it's Lisa Cuneo, and welcome to my scrapbook table. Today I'm making a gift that will end up in a square frame. It features these photos, one of my son and one of his fiance. They were each 4 years old when these were taken, and they both have black olives on their fingers. And so this will be a gift to them. I'm using a paper pad I picked up at Joann's, Indigo Craft and Rose Gold. The Rose Gold doesn't work, but the Indigo does, and that's what I wanted to pair up with this copper paper that you see, the textured paper there. I got that at Hobby Lobby. So I'm using this dark blue wood grain. I'm using copper and blue because copper is Brian's favorite color, blue is Kayla's favorite color. You'll see I have a little bit of trouble getting this straight. Then it doesn't want to come off nicely because it is a pretty thin paper. But I know the middle is going to be covered up, so it doesn't matter that that got a little bit wrinkled. The copper paper is from Hobby Lobby. Has a lot of texture to it. Yeah, you can see the texture there. And this scripty paper has love-related sayings, things like love you always, our love, and that sort of thing. So it fits the theme. As soon as I knew that there was a photo of Kayla similar to this one that I had taken of Brian all these years ago, I have been thinking about what I was going to do with them. I knew I had to tell this story. I will end up making a layout of this for my own album, similar, and I will do the journaling and things on there to tell the story about how we found these two photos, etc. But, pardon me, I knew I wanted to create something to give the two of them at their rehearsal dinner. So at the top there you can see it's a cut apart card from that Joann's paper pad, and I printed out a saying for across the bottom that said, "I've been waiting for you all of my life." And the two of them both have good senses of humor and appreciate a good pun, so I know they will find that amusing. By the time you see this, they'll have already been married for a couple of days. I wanted to get this ready to go live on their wedding day, but I just couldn't find a quiet minute to get the voiceover done. I had the video done and editing, but I needed to do the voiceover, so that had to wait until we got home. And I'm sure there will be lots of wedding layouts coming up as soon as I get access to some of the professional photographs. I have some snapshots too that a few people have sent me. I didn't take pictures during the ceremony. I handed off my camera to one of my nieces and let her do some. I wanted to just take it all in, and it was lovely. So maybe I'll do a few with snapshots while I wait on getting the professional ones. And now I start thinking about what else am I going to add, but first I realize this copper paper, the ATG just isn't sticking well, so I go around and put some Bearly Art glitter glue under most of the things, or at least parts of it. I have that tag at the top, and I realize it needs something behind it to help it stand out a little more. And I originally had a rectangle of this rose colored paper. I have no idea why I cut it in half, but then I realized I want it to be a rectangle again, so I just pretend it is and glue things together, and it looks just fine. Once it's all glued together and under the glass, you would have to really look hard to see that there's a seam there, and I'm okay with that. So there we go, and I like that it tucks under the photograph a little bit. I take a minute here and clear off my table. At least the part that's visible. The rest of my table is a mess. It's gonna have to be cleaned up a little before another project happens. I went through my blue color bin, and I also pulled out some blue stickers from a Simple Stories kit, maybe? It might not be Simple Stories. I can't remember right now. But I really like the deep dark blues that are with it. So I like the little things that look like clipboards, and I just start layering things up and seeing what I can do with them. I have some banner pieces, and most of them the words don't fit what the theme of the page. So sometimes I just cover up the words and use them as layering pieces. I have this little piece, and I honestly at the moment can't remember what it says. I just know that an awful lot has happened from when I created this gift until now when I'm doing the voiceover. It's been a really busy, long, but wonderful week since then. We left on Tuesday to go to Memphis. It's now Monday, the following Monday, and we just got home about an hour ago. So we're a little worn out. There, I decide to put a little cluster here near the banner. And I also decide to trim, the white off of that heart. I believe it ends up in the right side there. I also thought about adding some enamel dots, but I didn't have any copper ones, and I didn't have the right blue, so I opted not to do that. And I know now that before I start scrapping their pictures, I need to order some copper enamel dots and some in a darker blue. And this is just about the end. I do have a little ticket piece here. There's part of it in one of the other clusters, and I decide to put some there so that there's dark blue in all the clusters. We're just about done, and in a moment you'll see a picture of me giving it to them, or when they're looking at it at their rehearsal dinner. Thanks for joining me today. Bye.